Are you looking for an easy and simple way to understand communism? Hey, it's Dan Zimmerman and welcome to Illustrate to Educate. In this video, I'll illustrate 5 main concepts or principles of communism through easy to understand explanations. And if you find this video to be helpful, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and consider supporting the channel by becoming a member like these fantastic members here. Communism is a political and economic ideology that envisions a society where resources and production are owned collectively rather than by individual capitalists or private companies. The core idea is to create a system where wealth and decision-making power are shared equally among all members of society, thereby eliminating the class distinctions that arise from private ownership of production assets. Proponents believe that by abolishing the profit-driven motive of capitalism, society can become more just and equitable. The intellectual foundations of communism were laid by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Marx, a philosopher, economist, and social theorist, observed that industrial societies were fundamentally divided between those who owned the means of production and those who sold their labor. He argued that this class struggle was the engine of historical change and would ultimately lead to a revolutionary transformation of society. Engels, a close collaborator of Marx, helped to articulate these ideas and played a crucial role in spreading them. Together, they co-authored the Communist Manifesto in 1848, a seminal work that called for the working class to unite in overthrowing the capitalist system and establishing a society based on collective ownership. A central concept in communist thought is the idea of class struggle. According to Marx and Engels, society is divided into the bourgeoisie, or capitalist class, and the proletariat, or the working class. The bourgeoisie owns factories, land, and other resources, while the proletariat provides the labor that generates wealth. This inherent conflict, they believed, would eventually lead to a revolution in which the working class overthrows the capitalist system. Additionally, communists argue that the means of production, comprising factories, tools, and land, should be owned by the community as a whole. By doing so, the benefits derived from production are shared collectively, ensuring that every individual contributes to and gains from the community's prosperity. Another key principle of communism is captured in the phrase, "from each according to his ability, to each according to his needs." This slogan envisions a society where people contribute based on their capabilities and in return receive what they need to live fulfilling lives. A tangible example of this idea can be seen in a community garden. In such a setup, every member of the community contributes to planting, tending, and harvesting vegetables, and the produce is then shared equally among all. This ensures that every participant has access to food, regardless of the amount of work they contributed, illustrating how collective effort can meet communal needs. An important distinction within Marxist theory is between private property and personal property. Private property refers to assets such as factories, businesses, land, and machinery, resources used to generate profit. Under capitalism, these are owned by individuals or corporations, which can lead to exploitation, as the profits from production primarily benefit the owners. In contrast, personal property includes items used for personal consumption, like clothing, personal electronics, or the home one lives in. In communist ideology, while the aim is to abolish private property in terms of the means of production, personal property remains with the individual. This distinction is key. Communism seeks to eliminate the economic inequalities that arise from profit-driven private ownership without necessarily stripping individuals of their personal belongings. A practical illustration of these principles can be seen in the concept of a community co-op. Imagine a small town that decides to run a grocery store collectively instead of having it owned by a private investor. In this model, every member of the community has a say in how the store is run, and any profits are shared among all members rather than accruing to a single owner. This setup ensures that decisions are made democratically and that the store operates for the benefit of the entire community. While residents continue to own their personal items, such as clothes and personal gadgets, the communal ownership of a vital resource like the grocery store embodies the communist ideal of shared ownership and equitable distribution of wealth. In summary, communism is an ideology that seeks to build a classless society through the collective ownership of the means of production, thereby eliminating the inequalities inherent in capitalist systems. developed by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, communist thought emphasizes the importance of overcoming class struggles and distributing resources according to need. The distinction between private property, which enables profit and potential exploitation, and personal property, which remains with the individual, is central to this vision. Through real-life analogies such as community co-ops, the principles of shared responsibility and mutual benefit become more accessible, illustrating a model where everyone contributes to and gains from the collective good. Did you find this simple explanation about communism to be helpful? If so, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Illustrate to Educate to support more simple and objective videos on topics that matter. If you liked this video, please check out the channel for more videos and consider becoming a member of Illustrate to Educate.